Okay, I'm up here in the bowels of Fremont County Historical and Rodeo Museum, and I'm in a little storage room back up here that's got a bunch of rodeo stuff in. I thought we'd take a little peek and see what's here and what's available. But seems like it's all somewhat alphabetical. Right over here, this is the official song. I'm on my way to Iowa, and it says, in Sydney, home of the Iowa's Championship Rodeo. Published, 50 cents. I don't know what we got here. This is the official song. The Sydney Rodeo. I hear the cattle bawling as dusk is softly falling. I hear the broncs a-calling from Oregon to Maine. Interesting. Oh, Championship Rodeo Town. Championship Rodeo Museum. Rodeo Town, USA. Says Johnny Penn riding in the rodeo, I guess. Daily programs, 1946. I see some more stuff. See some, I don't know what you call them, little throws or something like that. It says Iowa Championship Rodeo. Iowa Championship Rodeo right here. And then, of course, some pennants. And, of course, everybody can go to events, you get pennants. These are a little older. This one here is Iowa Championship Rodeo from 42. This one says 48. There's another one. So those are always interesting. You never know what you're going to find stored for future use. Probably needs to be on display. Okay, here's a aerial video. Picture from paper. It says 1954, and there's the aerial view of Sydney, 54, and the rodeo arena right there from the air. Was named originally for Sydney, Ohio, home of one of its founders. In 23, the American Legion took over the event. In 24, the Legion added the rodeo to the program. Got kind of a globe here from the Williams Job Gibson Post, number 128. They put the rodeo on every year. Bunch of buttons. Oh. Cards. This is Ty Murray. Here's a map of Sydney that I found here. County seat of Fremont County, Iowa. Down over in here is where the old train depot was. And right here, that's a key one, right here is a bridge. I'll show you a picture of that bridge after a while. Across this creek right here. Big bridge called the Depot Bridge, I guess, or the Wagon Bridge. And then, of course, this is the town square right here. And I live down south a little bit. There's a cemetery. This is probably, I don't know, turn of the century type map. It was plotted out. City Park over here at this end of town on the west side. So it's kind of interesting. Okay, this little section over here is interesting because there are copies here now of the local newspaper This one says Sydney Argus Herald, and of course there's the 60s and the 70s all the way up there, and it's going all the way down to when it quit ceasing to exist in 2021. Over on this side, there's the Sydney Argus Herald, 1932, 1933. So if you're looking to do any research, and there's from the 20s up here. And over here, we even go back to 1888 up on that location. And so if you're looking anything historically, it's probably going to be located right in here. So if you went up and wanted to know something about what went on when you were in high school, and if you were from this area, you probably could find that information in here. I'm sure that it was at least as good, if not better, than it is today. Okay, here's one. Sydney Argus Herald, July 5th, 1979. And here's a picture of the baseball team and the softball team, which that's kind of interesting in itself. And if you wanted to know some information specifically, it says Cowgirls lose at Farragut. So if you want to know anything at all about what went on in those time frames, all you got to do is look. Well, here's a big spread about the rodeo. It says August 1933, must be this picture. World War I vets, all kinds of information. Here's some more about the Sydney Rodeo. So if you want to know anything about what went on back in 1979, this is probably the place to come. Rodeo Queen. It's interesting. Here you go. Booster kickoff. We're working on tearing up that field and redoing everything. There's Lynn Benson giving out, president of the Cowboy Booster Club. He got the first membership in the organization from 1979, the tri-captains of the football team. And something that says about the school records. You got yearbooks up the rear end in here. This one here, 1949, says the Cardinal. I'm not sure what that is, but that's graduating class of 49. Thurman High. It's called the Cardinal. These, of course, this is Sydney. That's a Sydney book. 61. There's Sydney. Cardinal 56. Yep, Thurman 56. There's a bunch of Thurmans up there. These are all Sydney. And there's more. There's Hamburg down here. Tabor, Darkhill College. I guess I got it figured out here now. I've got more information on rural areas. (1963-64) schedule. Fremont Mills Knights. So they went 16-4. It's got all of the scores here. It's a nice little memento. Here's a picture of Sydney Community Grade School, Fremont County. It says 1862 to 1968. Interesting. Octagon barrel. 22. There's another one right here. Percussion cap. Noble barrel shotgun. Pretty nice shape. Daughters of the American Revolution. All kinds of books for research. Some histories of Iowa. History of Mills County, Page County, 1903 map of Fremont County. Seen better days, a lot of advertising on there. Tabor College, College of Southwest Iowa. Says College Academy, Conservatory of Music, under Christian Management, George N. Ellis, Tabor, Iowa. That's real interesting. They know there's something to do.